oh boy, am I excited. Unity sent an open letter. They finally responded. If you're new and don't know what the situation is, let me just quickly recap. So Unity is a game engine used by millions of developers, even small ones, big ones, everyone. They announced a few weeks ago a change in their pricing from 2024, which means that they will take some of your revenue because, why not? By default, there is no problem with that, but the calculations came out that they can take as much as like 14% of your complete revenue, which is insanely high. And then once that went down, and it didn't go down very well, they made an apology that, okay, then we heard you and all that stuff. And now after about 10 days, they made an open letter to explain how they changing their policies and how it's gonna go down. And I made multiple videos, I think 2 on this topic, and I recommend checking the second one. Here's the link. It's satire, don't take it too seriously. Let's read the letter. To the community, I'm Mark Witten and I lead Unity Create, which includes the Unity Engine editor teams. Right off the bat, man, why this guy? Why not the CEO? And don't think he is like responsible for this, but okay, he's I want to start with this. I'm sorry. I don't think you need to be sorry. I think whoever came up with this should be sorry, but okay. We should have spoken with more of you, and we should have incorporated more of your feedback before announcing our new runtime fee policy. Our goal with this policy is to ensure that we can continue to support you today and tomorrow and keep deeply investing in our game engine. You are what makes Unity great, and we know we need to listen and work hard to earn your trust. We have heard your concerns, and we are making changes in the policy we announced to address them. Our Unity personal plan will remain free, and there will be no runtime fee to games built with Unity personal. Kind of expected. I mean, yeah, that's how it should be. As I said in the video, like, you should leave the small ones as they are. That's just logical. We'll be increasing the cap from 100,000 to 200,000. We'll be removing the requirement to use the Made with Unity splash screen. Very great, but I don't know what the cap is. Oh, to get a license, right? Okay. So they give you something more. Okay. No game with less than 1 million in trailing 12-month revenue will be subject to the fee. Great. For those creators of Unity Pro and Unity Enterprise, we're also making changes based on your feedback. The runtime fee policy will only apply beginning with the next LTS version of the Unity shipping in 2024 and beyond. Your games will currently be shipped and the projects are currently working on will not be included unless you choose to upgrade them to this version of Unity. Yeah, you couldn't have enforced that. You know, it's against the terms of service, so it's how it should be. Okay, so this is basically nothing. We will make sure that you can stay on the terms applicable version of the Unity editor you are using as long as you keep using that version. I don't think there's another way. Maybe some lawyers stepped up and said that, yo, dudes, you can just force like different terms of service as long as they're already applied to it. So I'm sorry, but this is just to clarify or to say something. Okay, for games that are subject to the runtime fee, we are giving you a choice of either 2.5% revenue share or calculate amount based on the number of new people engaging with your game each month. Both of the numbers are self-reported from data you already available. You will always be billed a lesser amount. Sure, what I said in my video. How could you even try to what magic do you have to calculate that? There is no way. And you know there's no way. So you just say, oh, we'll be so good with you. You can just give us 2.5% of your revenue or self-reported data. Of course, because there's no other way. This is how it should have been from the first time. Okay, we want to continue building the best engine. Okay. Live fireside chat. Okay, thank you for caring deeply. Sure, this is okay. This is okay. This is how I would have done it in the first place. This is how I think anyone with just a little bit of brain would have done it in the first place. My question is, what made you think that you can do it the other way when you announced this pricing model? What made you think? Because I still refuse to believe that the marketing and the finance team at Unity is so illiterate that they couldn't have thought of that. It's gonna be a bad idea. You can do one Google search for your opponents, for your competitors, and you find that yeah, this is not gonna roll well. This is not gonna roll well. So are you telling me they're so lazy that they didn't do a single Google search to like take a look around? Or maybe just grab the phone and call up, yo, Nintendo, we are trying to like increase a bit of a revenue, but without very much hurting you. What would you think if we would increase like to like something like 2% or something like that? What do you think? This is not final. We are just like making observations. What do you think? You know, like ask the people. They might help you. And if you don't want to ask them, then just research, do a research. Who did the research? Nobody did the research. If this is true, and I don't think this is true, I think this was just some sort of a marketing strategy, maybe, that to get all eyes on the Unity, and they knew that they're gonna like back down. There's no way. And by backing down, you get this, you feel like, okay, this is a great victory. Of course it is, because everyone knew that this doesn't gonna roll. And this apology, I'm sorry, but it feels to me that it's like, here you go, that, see, you won. It's not even the CEO who's saying he's sorry. I don't know, man. The second possibility is the very special chart that I did in my previous video. Again, it's satire, don't take it too seriously. That they were somehow trying to lower your expectations about pricing so you can accept this easily. So they try to come off as the good guys here. But the question still remains that you could have done this in the first place, and for some reason you didn't. I refuse to believe that you're so dumb, or your team is so dumb that they just, this is the best they could do. I highly doubt. I don't think so. I don't think so. I might be wrong, just I don't think so. Or this was a marketing strategy, or this was to somehow play with your expectations. I don't know. And all of these are equally terrifying to me, at least. Because to do this for marketing is terrible. Because to be illiterate and can't like project how to do these things is also terrible. And to play with your expectations is also terrible. So there's just, this is bottom line for me. And they try to come off as they're learning from their mistakes. Maybe they do. Maybe this was just a really big mistake from their part, and it was not on purpose. In that case, I can accept that, but I really hope that they do some changes in their corporate setup, because this is a really big issue. How will anyone sleep well knowing that you can just come up with dumb stuff all the time? I'm sorry. I don't think I want a software from someone who is so like out of sync that they just come up with like a 14% revenue share, whatever. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I don't know. To me, this smells a bit too fishy yet. I don't know. I was kind of expecting this. Everyone was kind of expecting this. This was just purely logical, but there, I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. This is, I don't know, and I don't want to think about it. Those of you who are still thinking of migrating your projects, maybe that's an actually good idea. I don't know. Maybe you should stick to that. Maybe Unity was just really out of sync, and they just couldn't handle all of this, and now maybe they learn from their mistakes. I don't know. It smells a little bit fishy to me, but I let you decide. So this is my opinion on this topic. I wish all the developers the best. I hope to see great games in the future. Do your best. Don't forget that you're here for Unity and not the other way around. Keep your heads up high. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me greatly. And see you in the next one. Goodbye.